Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Samuel Brown, aka RBT, coming at you with another vlog today. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about my first ever bodybuilding or physique competition that I just competed in this past weekend. And let me tell you guys, it was the hardest thing I ever did in my whole entire life. And I'm probably going to show you some pictures throughout the video. And just like my last vlog, I apologize for this not fitting the full screen. I don't know what is wrong with my webcam, but gotta do what you gotta do. But anyways, let's get into the video. Like I said, this past weekend I went to Orlando, Florida and competed in my first physique competition. And if you guys have been following the fitness videos that I've been uploading, once again I apologize that I didn't upload any of the cutting with Chris Jones videos lately, and that series is complete. I will finish that series officially when I upload my complete transformation video, which hopefully will come out pretty soon. But everything just got so hard, man. Like the last month of the diet leading up to a competition, when I finally ended up deciding I was going to enter a competition, was the hardest thing I ever did. And I was going to come on here and talk more about my decision to compete and stuff like that, but I just never got around to it, and I was just so tired and worn out all the time. I didn't really feel like making any extra videos, to be completely honest with you. Didn't really make it any better that like the past 3 weeks I've been extremely sick. Like, first of all, I had some type of bacteria infection in my throat that could have led to a bunch of other potential problems down the road. Luckily I got that taken care of. But after I ran out of my meds for about a week, I started feeling awful again. So I went back to the doctor and they put me on a different antibiotic, and that did not help at all. And that was the week of the competition. So not this past Sunday, but the last Sunday, a whole week I was taking that antibiotic, and that was what we call peak week, where it's pretty much the toughest week because you're hardly eating any food, doing extra cardio. It's tough. And I was just sick every single day. It was awful. I could barely swallow, and I was having to eat this dry meat all day long with that sore throat. It felt like I had severe strep throat, and yeah, it was awful. It was bad, having to do hours of cardio every single day while being sick. It was tough, but we made it. I made it to the weekend. I flew to Orlando for the competition. It was the Orlando Europa. Been pretty cool if some of you guys actually went there, because I'm sure some of you have 13,000 subscribers. Maybe 1 or 2 people actually went to the event and maybe actually saw me on stage. But anyways, I competed in the team physique division, and I turned 20 on Monday. My birthday was this past Monday. The reason I decided to compete not only was, there was a bunch of other reasons, but this would have been my last ever chance to compete as a team. And if you know anything about bodybuilding physique, the difference in between the team division and the men's division is like a skinny dude and Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's the difference. Like, it will take me years now to be able to actually have a chance to compete and win in men's division. But anyways, went through the competition. I mean, it was a weird experience. I mean, it was something I'm not used to it. I mean, I've never done this before, and this is a really big competition. Like 200,000 people attend the event. It's a big expo, has a bunch of other events going on within the expo, but over 200,000 people go. Over 40,000 people compete, and it's just a big event. And you have people that's been doing it their whole life. And I'm back there pumping up with these big old massive bodybuilders. It was just different. It was definitely different. Getting a spray tan, getting nude in front of a bunch of people was weird as well. I was at one point in a room with like 10 other men just completely naked, just waiting on my spray tan to dry, so that was weird too. But anyway, we made it to the competition, and I was still feeling awful. I was having to take like the top dosage of extra strength Tylenol all week long so I could just live. It was bad. It was very bad. But anyways, now to the point where I actually went on stage and competed after we got the tan and everything. It was a busy morning, had to be up really early to get to the hotel and get to the competitors meeting and everything. And then we get there about 5 in the afternoon, and I don't actually step on stage till like 7. I didn't know that until we actually got the lineup of what divisions were going in what order. So I was back there for like 2 or 3 hours just eating rice cakes, just trying to stay, you know, full in my muscles, and had to pump up and everything. It was so crowded backstage, there's so many competitors. But anyways, ends up being 11 people that competed in team physique. I thought it was 17, but it wasn't. It was 11 people competing, and there were some really impressive people there. Like, I thought honestly going into this competition I had a shot, but then when I saw the people I was competing against, I was like, I was just like, I'm done. It's over. Like, the guy that lined up in front of me and behind me, because all we had was a comparison round where we all go up on stage at one time. And I actually think half of us went on stage at one time, and we did our poses and everything. I was stuck in between the guys that ended up coming in first and second place, so I probably looked like an idiot between them, but they were very, very impressive. Anyways, we went through that, everything, and had the rest of the night. Then the next morning we had the final show, which was really weird because usually a one-day event, you usually have a morning and night show. We had to be ready 2 different days, so that was kind of annoying because I had to go get touch-ups to my spray tan and everything when I should have just been done with it after one day. But I go to the finals, and I end up not placing top 5, and they don't give out anything other than top 5 trophies. So the bad thing about that, I mean, I knew kind of after I saw who I was competing against, I probably wouldn't place top 5. But what we did literally, we lined up, all 11 of us, we lined up. They call out 5 guys before we go on stage, and we didn't really know what was going on. It ends up being those were the top 5. So the guys, the other 6 of us that do not place top 5, we go up on stage one at a time and literally pose, and we walk off stage. So we spent the whole entire morning getting ready, and we spend 5 seconds on stage and walk off. But that's just how the cookie crumbled, and it was just kind of aggravating. But the guy that won, the guys that placed definitely deserve it. They were awesome, but that was just probably the worst part of the whole trip. But anyways, it was still an amazing experience. I mean, being there with people, making friends with people that share the same passion as me, that did exactly what I had to do to get ready for the competition, that was amazing. Just talking to everybody. Everybody there was just amazing. Everybody was so nice, except, and maybe I shouldn't say this on camera, but maybe the people that worked there should have been a little bit more nicer. Like a lot of people that worked there were jerks, but competitors were all very nice, very sharing, and some of their stories and everything, so that was pretty cool as well. But I mean, even though I didn't place top 5, it was still a great experience. I wouldn't have taken it back for anything. It was very, very difficult, but it taught me a lot of things that I didn't know. I learned that I can go beyond the limits of what I thought. I mean, being sick for the last 3 weeks, the toughest weeks leading up to the competition, and still having to sit there and just grind through cardio, just continue the same things that I've been doing while feeling as bad as I did. It was tough, but I think this definitely made me so much more strong mentally, because I said this all the time, 99% of the people, probably more than 99% of the people in this world cannot do what I did. And that's something that really motivated me throughout the whole entire diet and process, was knowing that I am doing something that the majority of the world couldn't do. And that's something that has kept me motivated. I mean, dropping from 205 pounds to 159 pounds roughly the day of the competition in a span of like 3-4 months, that was difficult. It took a lot of work, but I mean, I'm very happy with how things ended up. I mean, I know I didn't place top 5, but those guys have been doing it for forever. They have more of a foundation. I'm just proud of myself for sticking through it, not backing out, because that's probably the craziest thing I've ever done in my life. And I hope to maybe compete again, but it'll probably be years down the road, because I mean, like I said, the difference between teen and men's division is like ridiculous. It's such a big difference. So I'll have to put on a lot of size, you know, to be able to compete in the men's division. But I plan on potentially doing that in the future, but I'm directly getting into my next goal and not getting fat again like I did. Because when I started working out, I'm going to explain this more in my transformation video, which should probably come out within the next couple weeks or so. But I started this journey, my fitness journey, about 2 years ago. I was about 140 pounds, no muscle whatsoever, skinny to the bone. And I had no knowledge of nutrition or anything. And I spent about a good year and a half just eating absolutely whatever I wanted. And over time, I was able to eat more and more and more. And I obviously gained size, strength, muscle, but I gained so much fat that it just looked ridiculous at the point where I actually started my diet. I was huge, 205 pounds from 140. Even though I got a lot of quality muscle, I put on a lot more fat than I should have. But I'm still proud. I mean, everything I did was for a reason. I mean, even getting fat was for a reason, so I was trying to put as much muscle as I could on as possible, although I didn't do it the correct way. Although maybe there's not really a correct way, but the best way to maintain a decent looking physique, because I got fat, but then I lost it. I knew what I had to do to lose it. I knew what was going to be expected of me. I got it done, and here we are. And I'm probably going to get right back into trying to gain some size over the next year or so. so I can actually be able to compete in men's division. But oh yeah, and by the way, when I came back, I went back to the doctor because I did not get any better. I felt awful. I wanted to go to the emergency room when I got back off my flight. I have pharyngitis or something, and it was just awful. He said the bacteria had like spread from one side to the other side of my throat, which was bad enough, and then I have pharyngitis. Not exactly sure what that is. Something about the inflamed tonsils, and they were just huge. I could see it was disgusting looking the night before I went to the doctor. But anyways, they gave me a steroid shot. Like immediately after that steroid shot, I felt better than I did the whole entire month prior. It was amazing, and it's like 4 days after roughly I got that shot, I'm still feeling great. They gave me some other medicine, but hopefully this time I'm actually well for good. But I guess that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Hope this gave a little bit of insight on my trip. I was gonna vlog it, but then with the way I was feeling really bad. Didn't really feel like vlogging or anything. But I did want to give you guys a little vlogging video sharing my experience, just to let you guys know what had been going on with me. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. If you want more vlogs on my channel, let me know what you thought about the video in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought about my pictures, because I know the transformation looks kind of crazy, but I got that done in about 3 to 4 months. But be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And like I said, drop a like if you want to see my official transformation video. It's going to be a 2-year drug-free transformation video. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to go about making the video, but I do want to make one hopefully within the next couple of weeks. So drop a like if you want to see that. But anyways, I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.